on, baby, get up. Come on. Let's go again. To the left. And we got an A-Rap money. Come on, baby. We got an A-Rap money.
Ron Browz. Yes. Are we back in the most amazing way? Well, let me introduce you to the new talk. Let's get straight to it.
In the door.
Yeah, man. This whole Remy with this whole Remy Nicki thing, it's only right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the producers don't get credit, you know, because a lot of these beefs and battles, it all relies on the beat. It all relies on the beat. So give it up for the man right now, Ron Browz, the producer of shETHER, and several other smash records.
I'll whoop your head, boy. Ebonics.
Oh. Yeah, run
Blow
down
out your ass.
A-Rap
Last real nigga alive. A-Rap money. Pop champagne. Shit. And the list goes on, man.
And the list goes on.
Oh, Lloyd Banks, Playboy.
Mm.
Yeah. Part 1, Part 2. Straight out of Southside, G Unit.
First, let's get a little bit into the history about the record itself, because you know you one of those producers that you kind of carved your sound out. You got a distinct sound. You got what I'm saying? And me personally, yeah. I think you right now, you carrying a sound of Harlem. You got that ill Harlem party bounce. You got what I'm saying? And you, yeah. I think you carrying a weight for that right now. You still keeping that Harlem bounce alive. And I think that bounce is kind of like the South bounce. You got what I'm saying? And not saying it sounds like it, but you know how the South have their own bounce?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think Harlem has their own bounce. You made a big impact with it with the Pop Champagne joint. And now, you know, there's several other records after that. But this Ether record, how'd you came up with that?
And the Ether beat was created in a time where it was like producers was on a come up, and it was like, yo, who got the hardest beats out? Like, if you ain't have the hardest beats out, you wasn't making no projects. Like, you know, we talk about the era of DMX, Nas, you know, Rough Riders, Murder Inc., you know, The Locks. So around that time, like, you were going against other producers that would come into the room to play their beats for artists. Your beats had to be like treacherous almost, you know, to make a project. Like, you know, at that time, people was picking the hardest beats to rhyme on. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I know if I'm going for a project like a DMX project or something, you know, you're going to have Swiss submitting beats, Grease, Havoc.
All family. That's all family right there.
Yeah. All like producers, like, you know, just, it was a lot of us around that time, you know, who were just, you know, Needles, Amadeus. It was a bunch of us around that time who was just like shopping our beats around, and you had to have the hardest beats. So that's what the mindset of creating the Ether beat was. Like, yo, I got to make the most treacherous beats to get on these albums. So that's the whole mindset.
So your mindset was you was in hungry, super grind, bang out mode.
War. It's war. Like, I can't. I'm going against 20 other producers from New York City. Like, so it's like, yo, war. Be like, dudes is coming to the studio with beats that sounding like, you know, like it sounded like, you know what I mean? War.
Okay.
About the Ether beat, it was designed for war. It was designed for war, B. It was designed not to play no games with nobody. Like, I'm getting on this DMX project, or I'm getting on this Nas or Locks project type of beat. That's what was the mindset. Right.
Yeah. So, all right. So in your mind, off the rip, you know it was going to be one of those war type situations. So, did you send it to Nas, or not? You know, how did it get to Nas first?
Actually, you know, at that time, you had to be a known producer to get with Nas or to get with the elite.
That's a fact.
Artist.
That's a fact.
We kind of, you know, I had a manager at the time. His name was Fuzz, and we kind of went through his travel agent, you know, because he was working in the Def Jam building. So he got it to the travel agent, and the travel agent kept her word, and she was like, yo, this joint is, I'm gonna make sure I get the beat CD to Nas. She got it to Nas, and now we got a phone call. And it was a phone call like in the summertime of 2001. Yeah, like summer 2001. Got a phone call like around June, July. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna use this joint." But then that was it. You ain't hear from Nas. I ain't hear from Nas until around like December. And he was like, "Come to the studio, listen to this joint." So I went to the studio, first time meeting Nas in person, and he played the record, and it was just like, oh man, like you ain't know. I didn't know it was gonna be used for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, yo, am I gonna get blackball from it or just I knew it was gonna be I didn't know how crazy it was gonna get, but I was just thinking about the pros and the cons and being attached to such of a record. But it worked out. It worked out for me. Now everybody wants to know who did the Ether beat, and that's how I was able to work with Little Kim, Fat Joe, Ludacris, 50 Cent. You know what I mean?
Your approach had to be that it was like a gift and a curse type of situation. Like, it was an emotional time. It was an emotional situation. Yeah. But like you said, the reality was if you ain't have a hard beat, you wasn't getting on a project.
Wasn't.
Nas played it for you. What was your mindset? Your mindset is like...
Yo, I was shocked. I was like, I was thinking like, yo, my niggas in the hood not gonna believe this. Like, if I had to call somebody like, yo, y'all not gonna believe what I just heard to the beat.
Yeah.
And then right after, it was like 2 days later, he dropped it, and you know what I mean. And that's all you heard. That's when New York City had stopped. Or that's all Hot 97 and Power 105 was playing. I mean, BLS at the time. It was without hearing it. And the funny thing is, actually, right now, like I'm getting phone calls of people like, yo, every car that drive by, you hearing it.
So it's almost like the same scenario. I don't want to say if you're taking sides, but what do you think about the whole situation? What do you think? Because then with Jay and Nas, that was just an ill time for both of them. And they working together right now. They working working together, and they got a bunch of crazy records and another crazy record. I'm not sure if you caught wind of that Swiss and Just Blaze going back and forth. You caught some of that, right?
Yeah.
What was your take on that? Did you think that was good for hip hop too? What was your thoughts on that?
Definitely good for hip hop. I know Swiss. I met Just on numerous occasions. They both talented, man. I was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day you might see me getting with somebody, man.
You got anybody you would, you ready to do the sample?
Yeah.
Who you?
Kanye.
You ready to go right for the God?
What? Put Kanye in the ring, man, right now, B. Let's go, record for record, B.
Yo, you ready to bang out with you and Ye? Because Ye ain't named it. They ain't put Ye name in the circle. You dig what I'm saying?
I'll put his name in the circle.
You saying Ye? You go. All right. So who else? You got Ye's is number one. Who's number two? Let me get two more. Let me get two more.
I mean, I don't
Ye's a rapper producer. Hit Boy's another one. Hit Boy's another one.
Put him in the ring. Ring.
Oh, okay. So you would say we could agree that you and Hit Boy would be a good lineup. It would be a good matchup. He got He got a couple. He ain't got. Hey! You gotta let him talk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let his records talk, because you naming records that a lot of people didn't know you produced. So he got records that I'm sure a lot of us don't know.
Oh, they probably do, but
you know what I mean? He still got a name enough where people will want to see. Let's see what he got. You got what I'm saying? Because you looking like he would be easy work for you. Yeah, I'm fucking with you right now.
I got straight monsters. I got monsters, man.
What's one more producer? I need one more producer. Let's see. Who's another like rapper producer? Who's another rapper producer that you could probably like, yo, man, let's smash out record for record and see, and walk out of this.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I said Hit Boy. You said Ye is number one. I said Hit Boy number two. Damn, what's one more? I know. Damn, man, I know the people gonna go crazy after this one. They gonna say, damn, who's another? You know who I'm thinking? I'm thinking of what's the name? Who would be a good lineup? Would be Khaled versus Scott Storch. That's a good lineup for them too. So I don't want to say that.
But Khaled is not a producer.
I mean, he on his Puff production style. You got what I'm saying? Like whether he's touching beats and keys, I don't know. That's he says he produces the record. You know what I'm saying? That's the DJ Khaled. I'm just
he's a DJ.
He is DJ. You know, Swiss was a DJ. He produced. You know what I mean? But you know, but you know, again, his
put
name.
Anybody in the ring, man. Put anybody in the ring, man. I'll flame him, man.
Oh man. So we might have to get on the phone.
Heat rocks.
We might have to get on the phone with Swiss and let him know, like, yo, we got some we got another producer to toss in that conversation. Again, we got the man Ron Browz. You got joints.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure that's the come, because they ready to keep going off of that. So that's a good look for the production, on the production side, because it's putting the producers back in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So and again, which is another good thing or a great thing for hip hop per se, because to me personally, hip hop has been on this New York Knicks type of scenario. You know, so many great situations and then flounder them. So talk to Nicki right now. What's your conversation like? You in the studio with Nicki Minaj. What's your conversation with her right now?
Time to level up. I mean, the bar is set. The bar is set. The bar is set. You already know what type of level you have to come with to compete, because the bar is set already.
I think she be having bars, man.
The level of bars. Well, bring them out.
Yeah, so that's all your suggestion is. Yeah, bring them out. You know, you got the bar. The bar's high. You know, and just get in there and get to work is what you pretty much tell. Is just suggesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell anybody. T-Rex got the battle coming up with him and K-Shine. I'm just like, yo, just focus and make sure you focus. You know what I'm saying?
Rex and K-Shine?
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one then.
Yeah, so focus. That's
a fact. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what would be your conversation with Rem? What's your what would be like, yo,
Man, Rem is war ready already. You already see she war ready. Hey, I ain't gotta tell Remy nothing.
You ain't even gotta talk. You ain't even conversate with her. You like, yo, here go a beat. That's it.
She telling me what we gonna do. This is what we doing.
This is what we doing. Yeah, that's a fact. So, yo, my suggestion to Remy and Nicki is, touch. You come on, man. You got to reach out to, to Ron. You got to reach out to Browz. Get some 2017 from him. You know what I'm saying? Get the 2017 from him. Get some records in there and drop a project on the same night. On the same night, drop that project and let the fans decide. That's my personal take on it. We talking to the man right now, Ron Browz, the producer of Ether / shETHER. So being that you know both sides, you work with, again, you say you work with Nicki. Explain the records you did some records with Nicki. What's the records you did with her again, you said?
I Get Crazy. I did another joint called like Kill a DJ or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's one of those, and she jumped on $20 remix.
Okay, so you got about 2-3 records or so with her, and then with Remy you got about.
Yeah, Remy jumped on Tech 9 that I produced, which features T-Rex and Murder Mook. We did a joint called Fresh. Those two was before she got locked up. When she came home, I did a joint called I forgot the joint. Off a mixtape. She jumped on She Don't Like Me. It's a joint on her mixtape that's super tough. That I can't remember the name of it right offhand. But yeah, me and Remy got a dope relationship. Remy was one of the first artists that believed in me as an artist when I was making the transition to be an artist in the world. And you know what I mean? Like, you know me from being an artist first. But a lot of people didn't know that. So as far as me reintroducing myself as an artist, Remy was the first one to support me and be like, yo, I'm gonna do a record with you.
But I guess before we close out, you know what I'm saying, I just want to make sure that you get a chance to give your Twitters, your social media, anything that you're working on. Just before we close out, I definitely want you to. I'm
Ron Browz on Instagram, Ron Browz on Twitter. Eat the Boy Records on YouTube. I got a web series called Petty and Jukes. That's comedy. I started another web series called Uptown. Yeah, and that's basically it. Go, iTunes. So, I got the Browzy Volume 1, Browzy Volume 2, Browzy Volume 3.
You directing? What's happening?
Yeah,
What's going on
directing,
with that?
filming it, everything. I'm holding the camera. I'm in it. I'm doing everything.
Yeah, that's the wave right now, man. You got to multitask. When you're multi-talented, you got to multi. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Shit. So I know that eats up all types of time. Yeah. I know it's
creative, so it's dope.
When you're doing something you love, it never feels like work. I appreciate you taking time to chop it up with me, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you already know, if you got anything that you need, you got it. We're going to wrap this conversation up. But again, just shout out to people, let the people know any closing words.
I go by a slogan right now that everybody's picking up from me, and it's basically outwork them. So whatever you're doing, outwork them. Outwork them. Outwork them. Because people is out here getting it in. You got to outwork them.
On all levels, the moral of the story is outwork them, period, point blank.
Outwork them, period, yeah.